Hey guys, it's your Phoenix Studios. And I did not want to make this video, but I might be onto something here. You probably think I'm probably onto nothing and I'm just some random user talking about some random nonsense. Well, I kid you not. I could be onto something here. So everybody knows GabeTheSlackerter, right? He makes videos out of the Percy family, and everyone lives in this beautiful town of Slackers Bay. Has a lot of good friends too, like Twister Kid 2021, Dylan Thompson, and Austin Superior Beyonder. Well, over the past couple of months, or for the past last year, there has been a criminal user known as Alan Hernberger, who's been making abusive videos out of Penelope and Molly, and inappropriate videos out of Brenda Paisley, one of the characters in GabeTheSlackerter's universe, and Twister Kid 2021. April 4th, 2025, which is this year, Twister Kid 2021 confirmed to the whole world that Alan Hernberger died by a metro train. This was confirmed in one of his community posts on his community tab. And a couple days or weeks later, there was this new user by the name of Jack Parker 2002 Productions, who used to be at the time Jack Parker, better than Alan Hernberger. And guess what? He makes the same abusive videos out of Penelope and Molly and their friends, just like Alan Hernberger did. And many people are claiming it's Alan Hernberger in disguise. But what I'm about to tell you in this video is even more disturbing. What if I told you Alan Hernberger and Jack Parker aren't actually real people, and that there is only one person behind both of these channels that's been lying to you this entire time? Buckle up, because I'm not going to sugarcoat this shit anymore. I may have recently discovered something in one of Jack Parker's videos. The video is called How to Find the Photo of Lori Paisley from when she was 16 years old. This was posted at the time of this video like 5 days ago. So, well, if you look at it, so at the start of the video, it starts in the Google web search, which is ironic because Jack Parker doesn't believe in using Google. Yeah, there's a lot of search bars here, but at the very top corner, you'll see his Google account username. Apparently, it's on a brown background with the letter T on it. So, at first I was thinking that's a bit strange, so why does his Google account username start with the T at the start of here? So, I was very confused at some point, but then I was on to something really more interesting. Could it be that Jack Parker and Alan Hernberger are not real people, and that the fact that this whole user drama is run by one specific person, and I just might know exactly who that is? Now, you remember I mentioned before a user by the name of Twister Kid 2021. He was being involved in cyberbullied by this so-called Jack Parker and Alan Hernberger, with him being shipped with Everly Paisley's older sister, Brenda Paisley. Brenda is considered a minor and a fictional character, while Twister Kid 2021 is somewhat around, 21 years old. Anyways, moving on from that. I got my suspicions even higher, because I've been looking carefully at Twister Kid 2021's videos. He barely posts on his channel and barely makes videos, but I have a lot of evidence I need to finally expose for the fraud he really is. Now, he may not confirm this himself, or he might just try to cover it up, but what I'm about to tell you might be leading to something important, so listen up, guys. You need to examine the community posts that Twister Kid 2021 does. Remember back in April when Alan Hernberger was supposed to be died? Guess who confirmed that? Twister Kid 2021. He said the police got him arrested and made him run over by a metro train, which is highly unlikely because that would be non-ethical for the police to do. He later said a few minutes or hours later that it was his friends who killed him with the metro train instead of the police, which I find to be very suspicious and stuff. But yeah. In one of Jack Parker or Alan Hernberger's videos, well, actually, Jack Parker's videos, Jack Parker confirmed that Alan Hernberger was buried in the Tinley Park Memorial when there's no actual official evidence when I looked it up. Twister Kid 2021 later said in a quiz post that he was actually buried in the woods instead. Bro, what if the police found out that there's some dead body buried in the woods instead of a cemetery? You could possibly get arrested for that if that were true. I mean, that's what I think in general, but still. I have a feeling that this Alan Hernberger person doesn't actually exist, and it's actually Twister Kid 2021 who's running both. I have more proof even so. In one of the videos where Everly has a birthday meltdown on the wrong day it's her birthday, Eli, who's not even related to the Paisley family, but Jack Parker thinks he is, says this, and I quote, I'm going to use video footage now.
This is just like the Caillou episode called Caillou Joins the Circus.
He said it was like the episode, Caillou Joins the Circus, when in reality, that has nothing to do with that video. But Twister Kid 2021 himself on his channel posted a video about watching old Caillou episodes, including Caillou Joins the Circus. And if you think that's crazy enough, Jack Parker uses the Caillou crying sound effect for Molly Percy when she, gets woken up by the fire alarm.
You mega sleep right now. You're related to your parents and your brother Chris. I'm glad you moved to Plainfield, Illinois, and I am glad you did. Because you were fucking hanging out with people you were not supposed to hang out with because
You think that's a coincidence? Well, I think not. In fact, in a very old video, when Alan Herrenberger was still around, he made a video where Molly had a nightmare, where a train crashed into the school bus and killed all of Penelope's friends. He used footage from a sort of app that I think may be similar to one of the other videos in Twister Kid 2021's channel. Check this out. And if you think that's just a small little coincidence, what if they have the same app? Well, I kid you not. Alan Herrenberger used to have an intro which stole the SLM Media Group Windows Productions logo, just with the Alan Herrenberger byline. But on Twister Kid 2021's channel, we have the PlayStation intro, but with Twister Kid 2021 byline or whatever. And the editing looks the same to them. And if you think that's crazy, so why do you think Twister Kid 2021 isn't posting as much on his videos and commenting a lot more on Jack Parker's videos, defending himself? And if you think that's weird enough, in a post where, Twister Kid 2021 put in a community post that Jack Parker should listen to Amy the Airplane theme song, but then there's a video where Jack Parker blasts the Amy the Airplane theme song to GabeTheSlackerter. So you know what? I don't think this is all a coincidence. I feel like Twister Kid 2021 is the person responsible for the Jack Parker and Alan Herrenberger account. And sure, Jack Parker might make a video out of this trying to cover up that he's not Alan Herrenberger disguise, or even Twister Kid 2021, when I know the exact goddamn truth. I'm not stupid. I feel like this is the same person and he's trying to manipulate someone. Don't believe me? Look back at Mr. Plot, when he was exposed for having a mysterious second channel. He ranted on himself too. There's a video link from Karen from Maine. You can go check it out. Twister Kid 2021 may not admit this, but I feel like he's running the Jack Parker YouTube account. And I need you guys to, finally discuss and talk to him about this, because this is no joke. And I may be onto something and I may be not, but I don't mean to point my finger at anyone, but I have a feeling there's some suspicions in Twister Kid 2021 himself. I mean, no wonder he doesn't post on this channel. He's making this account to, bully GabeTheSlackerter, Austin Superior Beyonder, and many other Beyonders with his stupid so-called Alan Herrenberger, District 146 hates Karen Hayden, Jack Parker BS. It has to stop. And I know it's you, Twister Kid 2021, so it's about time you come and clean. Because if you don't now, there will be severe consequences. You can't hide who you truly are forever. Even if you don't think you are, I'm just saying. Is it really you? Because we seriously need the truth right about now. And if we don't get the truth anytime soon, then they'll just have to figure it out themselves. Anyways, that's all for this video. If I'm onto something, please let me know in the comments. And, that's all what's been on my mind. But it could be just me or whatever, but yeah. Well, what do you think? Is Twister Kid 2021 really behind the Jack Parker or Alan Herrenberger accounts? Was Alan Herrenberger a real person? Probably not. And guys, if you found any more proof, please let me know. But anyways, this is your local Phoenix Studios signing out, and stay tuned for the Plotagon Film Festival for the debut of the Phoenix Studios movie. There's no trailer yet because we're gonna go spoiler free on this. But if you guys want to go to watch the Plotagon Film Festival on Plotagon's YouTube channel, subscribe to Plotagon and stuff. But yeah, I'm off, and have a great day. Subscribe to my friends, Austin Superior Beyonder and GabeTheSlackerter if you haven't already. But yeah. That's kind of all I have to say. Hey everyone, bye everyone. Phoenix Studios. I know in the previous video I thought I figured out who Alan Herrenberger / Jack Parker was, but I made a very big mistake. So apparently Twister Kid 2021 does not use Google Chrome. Instead, he uses Firefox to watch stuff. The only time he does use Google Chrome, though, is to check his YouTube studio. So apparently I was wrong. Twister Kid 2021 is not Alan Herrenberger or Jack Parker. But whoever is, though, should come and clean. I've been looking through Twister Kid 2021's community posts. He knows who this, person is. if Twister Kid 2021 knows who Alan Hermberger is, because of, with the relationship with his stepsister and everything else, why did he lie about him being run over by a metro train and being buried in the woods? Metro trains don't go to the woods. Those are only regular trains, like in the movie Stand By Me. So, what I don't get is simple. I don't know who to believe in this situation, because the lore between Alan Hermberger / Jack Parker to Twister Kid 2021 is actually insane, because this person doesn't actually exist and is run by a Google account that starts with the letter T. So I don't know who that person is, but that person really does need to come clean, because he's been bullying Twister Kid 2021 and GabeTheSlackerter by making these terrible videos out of Penelope, Molly, and Twister Kid 2021 with Brandon Paisley. So, this is actually a big deal, because whoever's been harassing Gabe as this so-called bullying psychopath really needs to come in clean. Just like the other terrible bad users who did bad things and mocked a lot of things. Like celebrities in Plotagon, Mr. Plot, and other users. Including, who was recently exposed, Zach, the one responsible for Eric Adamson, Daniel Lee, Connor Robinson, and all those other crazy weird Plotagon channels. At first I thought Zach was Stephen Culkin, but I was wrong, so I apologize, Stephen Culkin, if I triggered you into thinking you were Eric Adamson and Daniel Lee begging for subscribers, when in reality it was this person named Zach. So, that leads to the question, who's behind Alan Hermberger and Jack Parker? And how does Twister Kid 2021 know about Alan Hermberger in the past, according to, his stepsister? I guess we'll never know. But what we do know now is that Twister Kid 2021 is not responsible for Jack Parker's account. This will be the last video I make out of Alan Hermberger / Jack Parker. I'm going to be moving on from this topic from this moment forward, as tomorrow is the Plotagon Film Festival, and I will be in Block 4 at 9 o'clock, in my time. So yeah, that's all for this video. Stay tuned for more videos coming up, and this is the last time I'll be talking about Jack Parker / Alan Hermberger. If anyone knows any clues or mysteries on who Alan Hermberger, Jack Parker's real identity is, or have more information from Twister Kid 2021, please let me know. And before I go away, I need to say this. Twister Kid 2021, I need you to be honest next time and not try to pretend that Alan Hermberger's dead by a metro train. I don't want you to lie anymore, please. And I don't know what made you think of that, because now there's this Jack Parker running around, which is funny. So either you're siding with this imposter portraying Alan Hermberger or Jack Parker, or he's just trying to piss you off. I have my reasons to be curious, because this is getting out of hand. I'm going to end this video here. If anyone has any more context clues about Alan Hermberger / Jack Parker, please let me know in the comments section below. Until then, this is Phoenix Studios signing off. Bye.
Hello everyone, it's Phoenix Studios, and today I want to uncover the cold case of Alan Hermberger / Jack Parker. If you haven't heard recently, Alan Hermberger's channel returned and was taken over by Jack Parker, but that was sadly, well actually, I don't know if it was sad, but it was short-lived. Because GabeTheSlackerter and other users were able to terminate Jack Parker again before he could make more videos. But I want to uncover the deep details on who is Jack Parker, what happened to Alan Hermberger, and everything we know so far. So let's take a deep dive in. And if you haven't seen the other video I made about Jack Parker trying to uncover the mystery, that link is available in the description. From what we know, Alan Hermberger made terrible videos out of Penelope and Molly and other characters, and even shipped this user called Twister Kid 2021 with one of GabeTheSlackerter's OCs called Brandon Paisley, who was one of Everly's sisters. Eli is not related to the Percy family, not really a brother, but actually a cousin, sort of. But this Alan Hermberger or Jack Parker guy thinks Eli is related to the Paisley family as a brother, which in reality, that's not true. Alan Hermberger has been blowing this user called Twister Kid 2021, like I said earlier. But there's a lot of other mysteries to unfold in this situation, and I may have just solved the case, because clearly this can't go unnoticed, because I have a feeling that I'm about to drop in a big bombshell, like I did in the previous video. Now, before anyone attacks me, what I'm saying is completely true and should be noted. Some of you don't know this, but Alan Hermberger was confirmed dead around spring 2025 and was replaced with Jack Parker. But I don't believe that, since I think it's just the same person trying to cover up with a new identity, but making the same terrible videos. Who's responsible for running these channels, you ask? The answer I'll reveal in this video may shock you. And before this said person tries to attack me, what I'm about to say is 100% true and should be notified. I've recently seen in a couple posts, Twister Kid 2021, talking about Up and Up products and Nick Mom on his channel. If you don't believe me, look in his channel description and his videos. Alan Hermberger and Jack Parker once talked about Up and Up products and Nick Mom, saying that Nick Mom is not discontinued and Up and Up products are at CVS, when in reality they're actually at Target. Isn't it strange that Twister Kid 2021 also talks about Nick Mom in his community posts, and also Up and Up and baby stores like Bella Baby or something? Makes you wonder. And also, he also watched a Caillou video. Now, before you say anything else, Twister Kid notified us that he has a Firefox account and doesn't really use Google. But once I tried to reveal who Alan Hermberger / Jack Parker really was, the Google account had a lowercase t. Twister Kid 2021 says he doesn't use Google that much and uses Firefox. He even used Firefox in his videos. But if you go over Alan Hermberger's past, and even some of, Twister Kid's videos, you might find some similarities. Like the car and train simulator videos. Instead of crashing, he's just driving as Twister Kid 2021. And, even though he tries to use Firefox, I still have a feeling that Twister Kid 2021 is responsible for making Alan Hermberger / Jack Parker. There was another channel called Aer Lingus, the Mermaid Clover Fan, 9071. I believe that's what it's called, but that user got terminated. I watched some of his or her Plotagon videos, and I remember one mentioning about Nick Mom. I don't know if they're related to Twister Kid 2021 or is Twister Kid 2021, but it makes me wonder if Aer Lingus, Twister Kid, and Jack Parker or Alan Hermberger were the same person, due to how the small little similarities and Easter eggs are seen in each of the videos. Or they just might be related through some sort of other things, or they could be related or something. Or there's something that Twister Kid has not been talking to us about. Even though I've been trying to crack the code for a ton of months right now since the beginning of spring 25, and I've been trying to put all the pieces together. Before you say I'm on to nothing, I'm about to reveal to you who told me about Alan Hermberger's death. Twister Kid 2021. He first said that he ran him over with a metro train with the police. Then he said it was with his squad, because I called him out that the police would never do that. So I feel like he's just covering up the story, and Alan Hermberger's not real, and he was made by Twister Kid 2021. That means Twister Kid has secret sock puppets he doesn't want to tell his friends, or else his reputation will be ruined forever. Now I'm going to say this in the nicest way possible. Twister, I want you to tell the truth. It's very important. DaleHusband was able to do that with one of my friends, who is known as Andrew Hercules / David / Plotagon Summer Festival / Celebrities in Plotagon. And I instantly forgave him with ease. Because I knew telling the truth would instantly, be better than just keeping on lying, because it kind of felt a bit strange and difficult. And I didn't know he was doing that at the time, so I'm glad he told the truth anyways. But I want you to tell the truth now if you were responsible with Jack Parker / Alan Hermberger. Even if your reputation does get ruined, I need you to tell the truth because it's extremely important. Because I've been trying to crack this case for many months, and it's been getting a lot of loopholes. Not to mention, when you called me out in one of my old videos, which is still available in the description, you told me to get run over by a metro train, which is something Alan or Jack would say. So I have a pretty good feeling that you are responsible for this, no matter what the hell you say. I mean, I don't care what accounts you use. I have a feeling you were Jack Parker / Alan Hermberger this whole time, and you've been trolling my friends Gabe and Austin. Even though Austin should stop making some weird fetish posts and roleplays, like how I stopped doing roleplays. Back in 2022, I did some very inexcusable things with The Rock. I highly suggest you not watch those videos. Good thing I stopped roleplaying in around early 2023. Back to the main focus here, Twister Kid 2021 is hiding a major secret, And it's no surprise that Alan and Jack might be the same person, even if it's not Twister, but I have a feeling there are some major similarities. Even though Twister doesn't make abusive videos out of Penelope and Molly, or this Aer Lingus person, who I think is the same, Twister Kid still has the Easter eggs to Nick Mom, products from Up and Up, baby stores, and other shows, including some old stuff, and including that train simulator game that might be similar, and all that stuff. And maybe Twister Kid might be secretly playing GTA. So in other words, Twister Kid is, and I quote, is Alan Hermberger and Jack Parker. And even if he tries to cover up the story, he's telling the truth. I mean, I'm telling the truth, to say the least. So, guys, I just wanted to say that out there. And, yeah, I've been trying to say this, but sometimes people can cover up the truth just to get people to like you again. One of those instances is Twister Kid. So the only... Shut up, Scarlett! I'm sorry, Scarlett's a pain in the butt. She's telling me to be quiet, but I'm at my lowest volume. I'm not even yelling. So now I'm in Mom's room recording the rest of this. So as I was saying, Twister, it's best that you come clean to all these allegations because I know you were responsible. And the only way you can get a terminated channel back is by doing some weird steps on YouTube. Terminated channels just don't come back on the fly. They have to be chosen to come back from the original user. And I have a feeling it was you. So I need you to be completely honest and tell everyone the truth immediately. Because you're going to go nowhere if you keep lying to yourself. I'm asking you this for the safety of the Vion community and the Slacker Spay community. So please, just end it. It's pointless at this. It's gonna go nowhere. And it's a new year, and I want you to be honest. So please, please do that. If you tell me again to get run over by a Metra, I'll just say you're just Twister. I'll just say this to you, Twister. You are Alan Hermberger / Jack Parker. You just refuse to tell everyone. And I'm sick and tired of you just playing games and pretending like nothing happened and it's just a separate entity. Because I know your tricks, and it's getting out of hand. I don't care what accounts you use, you are Alan Hermberger / Jack Parker. There is proof. Because the real Jack Parker spoke to Austin, and he's not a child abuser. You are the one manipulating people. Shame on you. And plus, I know you're responsible for that Aer Lingus account because of similar projects. So, and what I'm saying is 100% true. So you're done for immediately. Don't even try to delete your videos either, because that's going to get you nowhere. Deleting your posts and videos will get you in big trouble. And you're just trying to erase the evidence. So quickly, everyone, share all his videos and posts as soon as you can. You are officially done for, Twister Kid 2021. I hope that clears everything up, and this will be the last video discussing this sort of situation. I'll see you in the next video, I guess. Take care, y'all.